Hey, Fidelity, how can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Enjoy complimentary access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection and a welcome offer of 200,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to tell you that Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA, is bringing NBA fans closer than ever this season with chances to win great prizes, including courtside tickets. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra courtside 25 to 26. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Begins on October 1st, 2025 and ends on June 30th, 2026. Multiple entry periods. See official rules at MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details.
Dr. Steve, I hope you're better at prostate screenings than you are at radio screenings, you son of a bitch.
You see, your stupid minds, stupid.
If you just read the bio for Dr. Steve, host of Weird Medicine on Sirius XM 103 and made popular by 2 really comedy shows, Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez, you would have thought that this guy was a bit of a clown.
Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
I've got diphtheria crushing my esophagus. I've got Ebola virus dripping from my nose. I've got the leprosy of the heart valve, exacerbating my incredible woes. I want to take my brain out and blast it with the wave, an ultrasonic, echographic, and a pulsating shave. I want a magic pill for all my ailments, the health equivalent of Citizen Kane. And if I don't get it now in a tablet, I think I'm doomed and I'll have to go insane. I want a requiem for my disease. So I'm paging Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
From the world-famous Cardiff Electric Network studios in beautiful downtown OJ City, it's Weird Medicine, the first and still only uncensored medical show in the history of broadcast radio. Now a podcast. I'm Dr. Steve with my little pal, Dr. Scott. Traditional Chinese medicine provider, gives me street cred, the wacko alternative medicine assholes. Hello, Dr. Scott.
Hey, Dr. Steve.
This is a show for people who never listen to a medical show on the radio or the internet. If you got a question you're embarrassed to take to your regular medical provider, or if you can't find an answer anywhere else, give us a call, 347-766-4323. That's 347-POOHEAD. It's also Dip Poohead, but it doesn't really make much sense. But follow us on Twitter at Weird Medicine or at DrScottWM, and visit our website at drsteve.com for podcasts, medical news, and stuff you can buy. Most importantly, we are not your medical providers. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Don't act on anything you hear on this show without talking over with your healthcare provider. So, Dr. Scott, we still have tons of DABBLEDICE.
No way.
Yep.
Is that still, you still have some?
We sold one box. We're selling them at cost. I'm not making any money off. I don't want to make any money off of this stuff. But, it's the game of beer, disequilibrium, and livers. And it's a fictional game. Mm-hmm. Any resemblance to people living or dead is completely accidental. Collect beers sent by your fans, but watch out, you're unsteady on your feet, and drinking is bad for your liver. It's a fun party game. Mm-hmm. And they're $3.50 each, because that's my cost. And you can get them at stuff.drsteve.com.
A great stocking stuffer for the kids.
That's right. Yes, it's, you can't beat it. So check out roadie.drsteve.com for the Roadie robotic tuner. And very soon, NP Mel B will be coming in with her triumphant appearance on the guitar after having learned guitar from scratch with the Roadie coach. So finally, we gave one to Carissa and then she left. Mm-hmm. And we gave one to somebody else and I don't remember who it even was now, and they never showed up.
Mel B, you gave one to
Oh, maybe it was Mel. Oh, no, you're right. It was Mel B. And she couldn't do it. Well, she got sick.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean, they took her thyroid out, and then she had an MI and all kinds of crazy stuff.
She did. She had a couple good.
Yeah, she's a mess.
So who's going to have?
It's Diane, right?
Okay, yeah, you said Mel B.
Yeah, I did say Mel B, but it's actually it's Lady Diagnosis.
Right on, yeah, because you gave it to her just a month or so ago.
Yeah,
maybe 2 months.
Well, it's been 6 weeks since we recorded last.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, we've been very naughty. And
unbelievable.
Now, look at this. This is coming in on... Okay, that's Stacey's phone coming in on my computer.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's been 6 weeks. Lots been going on, and some I can talk about, some I can't. One thing I do want to talk about is Normal World is no more. So all the... and it's really sad... long story what happened there, but just suffice it to say they got canceled. Dave is still trying to figure out what he's going to do. I will follow that man to the ends of the earth. And he's in Skankfest right now. And Amanda Davidson, who's in our chat room at youtube.com/@weirdmedicine, she's in the waiting room. She's one of the queens of the fluid family, is at Skankfest right now. And she said he killed, which he always does.
Oh, fine. So where's Skankfest?
I don't know, Denver or so. I don't know where they're doing it this year. Just you can Google it, I guess. It won't help anybody now because they'll be seeing this after the fact. But
yeah, that's true.
Anyway, Skankfest is Louis. Oh my God, I'm having a senior moment. Louis Gomez's thing, and they have Legion of Skanks. It's a very popular podcast, and they've turned it into a whole thing. They make their living doing this stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
cool.
Bunch of stand-ups, and they put on this festival. It's like their version of Hackamania, but Skankfest is much bigger than Hackamania. All right,
cool.
So that's very sad about Normal World, but I never felt that they quite got the support that they deserved. A show that's that polished and that excellent with Dave Landau and people like Derek Richards and Matt McClowry, and it was done in a studio with professional equipment and professional people doing it, and they would get 35,000 views on YouTube. It doesn't make sense. I'm quite sure they were shadow banned by YouTube because of their, their libertarian views. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're right wing. They're libertarian, and or whatever they are, but they're not mainstream, YouTube views.
Oh, okay.
So I think they got shadow banned. That's the only explanation I could see when you have channels that are infinitely less polished and less objectively and subjectively good, getting hundreds of thousands of views. It didn't make sense. And so anyway, I will miss it though. Getting to be the psychiatrist interviewing all the movie serial killers like Carrie and Pinhead. And Pinhead just made one pun after another. I got to do a spit take.
I think you played that for us one day.
I said,
pretty good.
Yeah, I said, what do you think is, and I had the Weird Medicine Cup. This was my idea. They just gave me the script. But I was talking to Pinhead, and I said, what do you think about a woman replacing you in the movies? And he said, oh, I don't mind it. I nailed her, and I did a spit take.
That was a pretty good bit, I got to give
Yeah,
you.
it was pretty good.
How funny.
So, all right, be watching for questions in the chat room, a.k.a. the waiting room, coming from the people in the waiting room, a.k.a. the Fluid Family. If you want to join the Fluid Family, just go to youtube.com/@weirdmedicine and click the notification button and subscribe button, and also click the join button. You don't have to join. It's 99 cents. Every once in a while I put member material out there that they get to see first. But click accept gifted subscriptions, and every once in a while Myrtle or a couple other people, I think McRibs has done it before, will gift a bunch of subscriptions. You might get a free one. You get some member benefits. So, okie doke. Main thing is you get a very cool emoji that you can use in the chat room, supposedly. I don't know. Anyway, all right, Dr. Scott, you got anything?
Nope.
Oh, gee, why do I ask? All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Of course. Here we go with this bullshit.
Number two.
Hey, Dr. Steve, it's Matt in Charleston.
Hey, Matt.
And Christy.
Hey, Christy.
And my name Papa. And we're watching football. And the topic of Q collars came up.
Okay.
The Q collar is supposed to reduce concussions. And I'm wondering what you think about the Q collar. Is it effective? What's it doing? And what else do you know about it?
Yep.
All right. Thanks. See you.
Do you have any opinions about this Q collar business? I have some information about it, but you're the sports guy.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to see the science behind it.
Okay, well, I have some of the science.
Let's hear the science, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
So for people that don't know what a Q collar is, it basically is the reason that people, and I'm going to read this study where they did on high school students because it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here we go.
Good.
Let me see. I'm on call. Do
How
I
are
need
you?
to get this? Oh no. Oh, here we go. Big Joe, you're on Weird Medicine.
Oh, I am.
Yep. Say hi to all your fans.
Well, howdy.
Howdy do. Can I call you later?
Yes.
Do you have a medical question for us?
No.
All right.
Thank you, Lord.
Well, you're a good one. All right, thanks. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. It's not a medical question. That is a faith-based question, my friend. All right. So what they found is that when kids get hammered, or adults too, the helmet really doesn't help keeping their brain from getting sloshed around.
Right.
That's where the injuries come from. So these Q collars apply pressure to the jugular vein returning blood from the brain, to the heart. So if it's returning it and you put pressure to it, you're going to get pressure backed up into the brain. It increases the pressure around the brain, and it supposedly prevents it from getting knocked around
From shaking as much inside.
Correct.
Gotcha. So
it just prevents sloshing because there's more fluid volume in the brain, or in the brain cavity.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
Yep. So there is some data on these Q collars that shows that they can reduce microstructural changes, and then I'm going to read an article about it. Studies have not proven they prevent concussion. They don't do that, or serious injury. Now, there was one study found that 77% of athletes who wore the collar showed no significant brain changes, while 73% of those who didn't showed changes. So it's a 4% improvement, in absolute reduction, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, the FDA authorized them but did not approve them, if that makes sense. They said, yeah, you can use them, but we're not approving them.
Right.
And they said that the device obviously should not replace other protective gear, and that its effectiveness in preventing concussion is not proven. So what it appears to do more than anything, FDA, let me see. I just said that. Some experts and media experts have raised concerns about the Q collar's data, citing potential flaws in studies and overstatement of the benefits in marketing materials, which could lead to a false sense of security.
Yes.
So if you go to their website, they will, they're saying, oh, we've got 30 different studies and all this kind of stuff. Mm. So, but if you have 30 different studies, one of the things that you can do is do a meta-analysis. So that's been done, but that's not the study I want to talk about. The meta-analysis we'll talk about in just a second. But This is a study they did in high school students. This is why I want to read this, because this to me is horrifying.
Okay.
They said that, cumulative effects of repetitive subclinical head impacts, in other words, non-concussion head impacts, may result in chronic white matter changes and possibly neurodegenerative sequelae, meaning down the road you may have degeneration of nerves in your brain later, that may have later. In this pilot study, we investigated the longitudinal white matter changes over the course of 2 consecutive high school football seasons and explored the long-term effects of jugular vein compression collar. Now we know why they were looking at that. So they assigned them into collar and non-collar groups. And it said, let me see, despite comparable exposure to repetitive head impacts, in other words, both groups had about the same head impacts, significant reductions in mean axial and radio diffusivity were identified. Okay, we'll talk about what that is in a minute. In season 1, in multiple white matter regions in the non-collar group, but not in the collar group. So these are very small white matter changes that they saw on an MRI.
Okay.
Okay, so after an 8 to 9 month long off season, these changes observed in the non-collar group partially and significantly reversed.
Good.
But also remained different from baseline.
Okay.
In season 2, trend level white matter alterations in the non-collar group were found, but located in different regions than in season 1. And the white matter integrity in the collar group remained unchanged throughout the 4 time points. So they're saying, now this was a pilot study, of one high school team over 2 seasons. But they said, that might indicate potential effect on the collar on ameliorating changes against repetitive head impacts. But these are all microscopic changes in people's brains. Mm-hmm. But these are high school students, and they're doing MRIs on them on the non-collar group, and they've all got changes in their brain.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, maybe it doesn't do anything to them long term, but it's terrifying to me.
It's terrifying. And the thing to remember, too, is it's not just football players. You get similar head injuries in soccer players.
Yeah, well, they're not bashing into each other. They're not supposed to touch each other, but it happens.
But with soccer ball, when they had
yes. I remember I played soccer, and there was one coming down from the sky. Yeah.
It'll ring your bell.
And I finally just went to hell with it. I'm not doing this with my head, and I hit it with my hand and got a turnover.
It's interesting how it's blood. It'd be nice if they could somehow. Well, I don't know. I think I've always erred on the side of very, very conservative when it comes to the heads and any kind of head injury.
Well, what are we going to do about it? You can't. We're not outlawing Friday night football.
Right. Right. Well, and
we're not going to switch to flag football.
Well, and I think that's what the doctors or the healthcare providers have to step in and help the parents realize that the odds on that kid being a professional athlete are pretty slim.
Correct.
And
let me don't get me started on
one
this.
step further. The odds of them being a professional athlete tomorrow are 0.
Correct.
But you can sure as shit ruin it today.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ruin it today.
Ooh.
You can stop it right. If you ruin yourself today, you have no chance in 4 years or 8 years to be a professional.
Yeah.
I mean, quit doing this stupid stuff. It's a high school game, and there's not a single soul on earth that's going to remember who won this game or what you did in this game in 5 years, or 10 years, or 20 years.
Unless it's the championship game and you ran it at the last minute and then those poor people peak right then and there, and that's it for them.
And that's the end of their story.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's Uncle Rico.
Right, and that's okay.
From,
that is, Napoleon Dynamite.
From Napoleon Dynamite.
And that's okay,
I bet
too.
I could throw that football over that mountain. Yeah. Poor old Uncle Rico. That's all he can think about.
Oh, God, what a great movie.
It is one of the greatest movies ever made. So the Q collar was inspired by the observation that woodpeckers don't get brain injuries from repetitive hits. In fact, that's not true. If you look at woodpecker brains, they do get damage from it, but not as much as you would think. Researchers developed a collar that restricts blood flow of blood from the head in the theory that slightly more blood in the head would give the brain a, quote, extra layer of cushioning, protecting it from effects associated with repetitive subconcussive head impacts. And that statement's from the October FDA summary of its decision, which is apparently far more measured than their previous one. They listed the limitations of the Q collar. It said it's not been demonstrated to prevent long-term cognitive function deficits, and the ultimate impact on clinical outcomes have not been evaluated. Well, of course, we don't have enough data on this, so how would we know?
No.
So you can't demonstrate that. So I don't fault them for that. And it says data do not demonstrate device can prevent concussion or serious brain injury. Well, they're not talking about that either. They're talking about subconcussive injuries. Because, if you get a concussion, we already know your brain is sloshed around.
Yes.
It's a done deal.
Yep.
But the FDA summary cited probable benefits and outweighs the probable risks. And, false sense of protection, they cited that again. So, anyway.
You know what I like? I like those big extra cushion helmets they have on that some of the guys wear.
Yep.
Then they have the option to wear in college and pros.
Do those have data that show improved
I don't
outcomes?
know. I don't know. I don't know if they do or not, but I like those for even if they don't help. I think carrying around something extra on your head makes you less likely to use your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I could look up the data, I'm sure, but I don't even know what it's called. That's some kind of special helmet.
Here, Kai Brancaccio says another study showed that athletes that were sleeping during the game had 99% less injuries. I think that's probably true. Anyway.
Well, I don't think it doesn't sound like it hurts them.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah.
But there's another important fluid in the brain that also helps with the
cerebrospinal
CSF, yeah. So
cerebrospinal fluid. Yep. So you want to be well hydrated, right?
I'd start there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the answer to this because we're not going to stop Friday night high school football. It's not happening.
No.
So how can we
come up with some better
prevent? Now most of the high school football players that I know, like my buddy Dan Stevenson, who runs the alumni department at Christ School up in Asheville, he was a high school football player, totally fine. And they're saying most of the people don't have any changes. 73% of the people that didn't wear the collar didn't have any white matter changes. Right?
Yep.
So 24% did, though. Is that right? No, 27%. What am I? Boo.
I can't do math this early in the morning. I've been shoveling shit for 2 days.
It's because you're an idiot.
Anyway.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son Milo. There's no Milo here.
Who picked up my son from school?
Streaming only on Peacock.
I'm gonna need the name of everyone that could have a connection.
You don't understand. It was just the 5 of us.
So this was all planned.
What are you gonna do? I will do whatever it takes to get my son back.
I honestly didn't see this coming. These nice people killing each other.
All Her Fault, a new series streaming now only on Peacock.
The Who's Down in Who Newville were making their list, but some didn't know Walmart has the best brands for their gifts.
What about toys? Do they have brands kids have been wanting all year?
Yep, Barbie, Tony's, and Lego. Gifts that will make them all cheer.
Do you mean they have all the brands I adore?
They have Nintendo, Nespresso, Apple, and more.
What about...
So the Who answered questions from friends till they were blue. Each one listened and shouted, from Walmart? Who knew? Shop gifts from top brands for everyone on your list in the Walmart app.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares?
I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
No one should have to choose between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters through the Purple Leash Project, so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
Right. All right. Okay. So that's what I've got on that. You got anything else on?
No, I think at least they're trying to come with some solutions, which is
Okay.
anything's better than zero.
I always thought that, for neck injuries and stuff, and maybe for head injuries, that how when you get in a wreck, the seatbelt will catch. It's got a ratchet in there, so that if you pull it hard,
right.
What if they had something going from the shoulder to the neck and it would allow you to move your head, but if you had an impact...
They do. Yeah, NASCAR uses it, in fact. And the reason they use it is because exactly what you said. When Dale Earnhardt wrecked in Daytona and died, what killed him was when he hit the wall, his seatbelt stopped him, but his head went out.
Yeah,
like an accordion.
Kept going. Yeah,
and when it came back, it axial loading, so it popped to C1.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, that's what killed him. So it's called a Hans, H-A-N-S, Hans device.
Well, why don't they use that in football?
Well, because that's not the problem with them. It's not their shoulders getting separated from their head so much.
Okay,
most of the trauma in football is going to be from direct blow. We're in racing, and like you were saying, but in NASCAR,
it's jerking of the head.
But I think a lot of people don't appreciate the part of the reason why our spines are curved is exactly for that. So if you get hit on top of the head,
it distributes the load.
Distributes the load. You have a natural built-in spring system.
Because if it was straight,
if it was completely straight,
there'd be no play.
No, if somebody hits you on top of the head and your spine was straight, it would explode.
Yeah,
then you'd be dead instantly.
Yeah,
but so what you're saying is that, and that's
dang, Dr. Scott.
Well, it's the bell. It's hard to believe, but finally they figured out something like that to help those NASCAR guys.
They sell them at Amazon.
Yeah.
Here's Hans
device. Yep.
Hans 3, Hans 4. Quite simply, head restraints save racers' lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
It keeps your.
An
So
accident
what it
occurs,
is
your
just keeps
seatbelt's likely to do its job and stop your body from moving forward. The head restraint will do its job and stop your head from whipping forward. Wow, that's exactly what you said.
It just keeps your head approximated to
How
your torso.
do you know this shit?
Hell, I don't know. I know a bunch of worthless stuff. Hanging around Dr. Steve all these years. That's how I know it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, good job.
Cool stuff, huh?
All right. You ready for another one?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I don't know what this is.
Hey, Dr. Steve. It's been 2 months since I had the Inspire implant placed in my chest, and it's wonderful. Now, I don't have cable TV, so I never heard of this device. My friends tell me it's on TV as a commercial all of the time. So I mentioned it to my doctor, and he said, well, let's go through the requirements. And the first is your BMI has to be below 35. No problem for me.
Okay.
Then I had to have a scope, put it back in my throat, through my nose, back in my throat, to see if the structure was going to be compatible to the Inspire implant, I passed that. Then I had to go under anesthesia so they could take a scope and go even deeper, and to make sure, again, the structure of my throat was suitable.
Yep.
And it was. So I had the surgery done, no problems. The only issue was that for the first 4 to 5 weeks, I was told not to pick up anything heavier than 4 pounds.
Right.
Not to throw a baseball or do anything with my right arm. Be a lefty as much as possible. And I was true to that. I hated the CPAP machine. And this is so much easier.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the Inspire device It's an implanted device. It's FDA approved for moderate to severe sleep apnea. And if you can't tolerate the CPAP machine, which I don't understand, I love mine. I have BiPAP, but I can't sleep without it. But it's got a generator in it. It's like a pacemaker.
It's a pacemaker, yeah.
And leads that are surgically implanted. So they put the generator under the skin, and then they connect these leads to it.
And it looks, and I'll tell you, it's like it would be exactly on the opposite side of a pacemaker.
Yeah.
So it's in your chest wall.
Right.
And it's just a little bit smaller than a pacemaker. So it looks exactly like a pacemaker.
Right.
You see it, yeah.
Can they charge it through the skin now?
Yeah.
And
they turn it on and off like at night.
Well, no, I know that,
yeah.
but there was it used to be that when the battery ran out, they'd have to take it out.
Yes.
But now they may be able to charge it. Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't use a lot of electricity.
No.
But
and only at night. Yeah.
The one lead monitors the breathing, and the other one stimulates this thing called the hypoglossal nerve, and that controls the tongue and airway muscles. So when you breathe, it sends an impulse to the nerve. The airway muscles contract and keep the airway open. I wonder what that feels like.
Well, and it stimulates your tongue to become more rigid. So it doesn't,
right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The hypoglossal nerve controls the tongue and the airway
simple
muscles.
terms.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes your tongue a little more rigid so it doesn't get flaccid and fall back over your your airway.
And just like was it Mike that
they
called
said it feels like you got a TENS unit on your tongue at night.
Oh yeah, see, that would drive me crazy though.
I'm crazy enough.
But you got to have moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, and it's got to be people who can't get benefit from their CPAP. And he's right. You got to have a BMI of under 35.
Yeah.
And you've got to be over 18. There is some indications for younger patients who have trisomy 21, a.k.a. Down syndrome. And you have to have failed standard treatment. So it's minimally invasive, but it is usually performed under general anesthesia.
Yeah. And they can be kind of sore after the surgery.
Yeah, it says it takes 30 days to heal, and then they turn it on. The battery is designed to last 11 years. Now, it says here the battery must be replaced through another simple outpatient procedure. So they probably open, I don't know, it might be in the thing itself, and they just open up one part of it, pop the battery out, and put a new one in. Yeah. What are these batteries that they're using that last 11 years?
I don't know. Hey, I don't think I want to know. Some kind of crazy lithium, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. But yeah, just think about. It seems like it's a little more complicated surgery than a lot of people think, because you're running a wire from your chest wall up through your throat,
right,
and under your you're going into the back of your mouth and into your tongue. So it's a tough surgery to perform, I would assume.
It just says single-use, non-rechargeable battery. It doesn't say what kind of battery it is.
Just a good old watch battery.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something. Oh, anyway, good. All right.
Hope it lasts longer than my car battery in my stupid, what are those things called? Key fobs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee.
I can replace that for you.
No, I've got one. It's annoying.
I know how to do it.
Yep. No, I can do it. It's just annoying. It goes out all the time.
It ain't hard to do.
It's easy.
I take out the handheld device. I hit the on button, put it against my chest.
Maybe he'll say what it feels like.
And that's it. And then when I wake up in the morning, I pick up the handheld device, hit the off button up against my chest, 2 beats, and I'm done.
That sounds
awesome. And the very best part is that between Medicare and my supplemental insurance, 100% of the cost was covered.
Wow.
So if anybody asks you about that in the future, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Steve. This is Mike from Ohio.
Hey, Mike, call back in and just tell us what it feels like now that you've done it for a year. He called in a year ago with that one. So.
At least we're catching up, though.
Yeah. Now we've got, thousands of calls to catch up on. If you do want to leave a voicemail, 347-766-4323. When I get the studio complete, finally, we'll start taking phone calls again. Which I do want to do that. That was wild when we did that. It was sometimes you had to hang up real quick. All right, let's see here. We'll do this one and then we'll get on.
Hey, Dr. Steve, I was wondering if you could talk about HCG for testosterone replacement, using that as a therapy. I know it can cause the testicles to boost testosterone. I've been trying it. It seems to be working. Any drawbacks on that? Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So HCG is human chorionic gonadotropin, which is basically progestin. They use it for low testosterone to stimulate the testicles to produce testosterone. It mimics a thing that's called luteinizing hormone, which tells the testicles to produce testosterone. So, it's fine. It's, they'll use it in fertility preservation for men who have low testosterone. I like Clomid instead, but you've got to do this with a healthcare provider. Don't do this shit on your own. And, regular blood tests are necessary to monitor your hormone levels and all that stuff to see if it actually works. So again, 95% of men with low testosterone are never diagnosed. So if you're 40 to 50 to 60 and you're fatigued all the time and you don't snore and you probably don't have sleep apnea, then it's probably not a sleep problem. It could be depression. It could be low thyroid, but it could be low testosterone.
Causing both of those things.
Right. So I always, it's like kratom for me. I feel bad that people are having to go to head shops to try to treat their opioid addiction on their own.
Agreed.
There are people out there who specialize in this. Your insurance will cover it. If you don't have insurance, your primary care can do it for, next to nothing. So I would do this under the auspices of it, but it is it's out there. And the data is decent for it. Most people use clomiphene instead, which is also an analog that helps to stimulate the testicles to make testosterone. But if you're not interested in preserving your fertility and you don't care if your nuts shrink a little bit, the cheaper, easier way to do this is, testosterone replacement, in my opinion. All right.
Agreed.
All right. What else you got?
I believe that'll do her.
All right. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/weirdmedicine. Check out Dr. Scott's website at simplyherbals.net. If you want me to say fluid to your mama, go to cameo.com/@weirdmedicine or cameo.com/weirdmedicine. I do next show, I need to make a statement about something that I said on my final Sirius XM show that turns out to be completely incorrect.
Oh, no.
And it's regarding our buddy Tim Sabian, who I've been MFing all this time for nothing. And we'll discuss that next show. It's a little spoiler for you. Thanks to everyone who's made this show happen all over the years. It's been one of the most fun things that we've ever done. Thanks to our listeners, whose voicemail and topic ideas make this job very easy. Go to our website at drsteve.com for schedules, podcasts, and other crap. And Dr. Scott, what's going on with Simply Herbals these days? We still going?
We just actually we're out right now of the nasal sprays.
So are you going to get more?
I don't know yet.
Oh,
stay tuned.
When are you going to let us know?
Next show.
No, next show we're going to record it in like 2 minutes.
The next show.
Okay.
In a month, yeah. I'll know in December.
Stay tuned. Just go to simplyherbals.net.
Yeah, you'll see updates.
Say hello to Dr. Scott. You got anything else to sell there?
Not right now.
Really? You don't have
I think
fatigue reprieve?
We've got a little bit of fatigue reprieve right now, yeah.
You're one hell of a salesman.
I know.
No, we ain't got nothing. You don't? Oh, well, we do.
We're dialing it back. I'm getting old.
Well, how can you find Will Smith in a snowstorm? Same as everybody else. Look for Fresh Prince. Oh, coleslaw. Thank you, everybody.